Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome back to my YouTube. Recently, I have gotten into a few dark comedy movie genres where I've been watching a lot of dark comedy movies, and this is a genre that I was never really into because I would not understand it or I would not really enjoy it. It was not my kind of films. And then I came across this French movie called Deer Skin, which I will be talking about in the vlog. And that was, I think, one of the first dark comedy movies that I really enjoyed. And that's when I think I kind of got attracted to that genre again and I gave it another chance. And I watched quite a few in the past few weeks. Also, this is the second time I'm making this video because I was supposed to post this video last week, but it came out of focus and I was really sick, so I didn't realize. So I'm making this video again, and I know I did a poll on my YouTube and you guys voted for dark comedy, but I could not post it, so I'm sorry for that. But in this video, I will be talking about 3 dark comedy movies that I really enjoyed in the last 2-3 weeks. Yeah, these are my recommendations and welcome to my YouTube. So the first movie that I want to talk about is the French movie that I spoke about in the start of the vlog. It's called Deer Skin, and it is very, very interesting. The premise of the film is so funny but absurd. Like, when I read about it, I knew that I have to watch this movie. Like, I was instantly attracted to watching this film. So to tell you what happens in the film is that there is this guy, okay, who is going through a rough phase personally. Like, he's going through a divorce and stuff, and he goes to buy this very expensive jacket which is made of deer skin, and he buys it in cash, okay, and he like gives out all his savings to buy this jacket, and then he goes to this hotel room and he checks it. Now, he does not even have money to pay for the hotel, so he pays it from like his engagement ring. He gives it to the hotel guy and at the reception, and he pays it with his engagement ring, goes to his room, and he starts obsessing over his deer skin jacket, okay. So he starts like talking to the jacket, and he tells the jacket that he's getting obsessed with it and he's falling in love with it. So the jacket and this guy build a relationship, okay, and then he tells the jacket that he's so obsessed with the jacket, and what he wants in life is that nobody in the world should wear a jacket. So what he does is he goes to this bar and he becomes friends with this girl, and while they're talking, the girl kind of tells him that I'm an amateur editor, because he introduces him as a filmmaker to her, okay. He's obviously lying to her. So then they start like becoming friends, and they start like deciding that okay, fine, you make a movie, and she's like, I'll edit it for you, and he's like, okay, fine. So what he does is, so he starts filming people where people are giving up on their jacket and putting the jacket in the trunk of his car, okay, and then he just takes the jacket and goes away, and he pays people and everything but does not return the jacket. And people who say no, that I will not give the jacket, or like oppose, like what the hell are you doing, he kills them, okay. And then he sends this footage to the girl. So the girl really likes the footage, and she's like, this is so real, I would love to edit it. So now this guy's like, okay, but I don't really have money because my producer is not sending it. So the girl's like, okay, wait, my father will produce it. And that's how the story builds up, and that's how the obsession of like one jacket makes like an entire movie. And it's very interesting, very interestingly shot, and obviously the end is something I don't want to tell because I want you guys to watch it. And this is just like an obsession over a jacket that leads to this man to start like killing everybody and stuff like that. And it's a very interesting movie. It's well directed, well written, well acted, and yeah, I highly recommend it. It's called Deer Skin and it's French. Okay, so the second and the third movie I want to talk about is by the same director. His name is Armando Iannucci, and his style of films is kind of satire comedy and like, you know, movies which are in the dark comedy phase, very political. And I've seen 3 or 4 of these movies, out of which one movie I spoke about in my last vlog because I found that more dramatic than comedy, and the other 2 I'm talking about in this video. So this is a director that you should follow rather than his movies. And if you want to like know which movie you should start from, I think you should start from Death of Stalin. That was also my first movie that I watched of this director, and then I realized, wow, who is this director, and I started following all of his movies, and I think I ended up watching all of it by now. So the second movie that I want to talk about is called Death of Stalin. This is a very, very interesting movie. So the leader of a council of minister dies, Stalin, of course, and his death is like super sudden, okay, and they're just like, oh my god, and everybody's kind of strict. Everybody's kind of scared of him because he's like super strict and everything, and he dies. Okay, so the council of ministers, they don't know how to react and they don't know what to do. So the movie is based on like what happened on the day of his death. How did they react? How did they tell the entire country about it? Because he's such a powerful man. And somebody from the crew had kind of told him in a letter, I hope you die, and he dies while reading the letter. So somebody from the council of ministers knows who sent this letter. So there's like a lot of stuff happening, and obviously it revolves around the death, and then Stalin's kids are also in it. And what I like about this director is that every character is written very, very well, and he's given importance to every character. So like if there are 5 characters, 5 council of ministers, all 5 have a very prominent character, and like you will have a favorite, you will have a character that you will not like, there won't be a character that you will almost ignore. Also the entry of every character is like super cool, and it's like very political, so it's really nice, and most of the jokes are kind of intelligent. The problem with satire comedy or like dark comedy is that sometimes you do not understand what the director is trying to say, because you're not aware of what is happening in the movie or in the politics of that country or whatever. And this movie is kind of like that. Like you need to have some kind of knowledge about politics, or you need to have like some kind of knowledge about how people joke, and stuff. And this movie is exactly that. Like I really enjoyed it. I don't have a lot of knowledge about politics, but I do read about it sometimes. So this was a movie that I really liked, and you should definitely watch it. The third movie that I want to talk about is called In the Loop. This is also by the same director and has like a very political feel as well. Now what happens in this movie is that there is this guy who's giving an interview, and in the interview he says that the war was unforeseeable. Now this word creates a ruckus between the ministers, and then the entire movie is based on this one word, that how could you use this one word in an interview which is so controversial. And it's based on that. So then obviously this guy is invited for like an interview, and over there all the ministers and all politicians have like a fight, and they like tell each other things and stuff like that. So it's really funny. Again, characters are very well written, the script is very well written, jokes are very nice, and I really enjoyed it. You should definitely watch it. These are 2 movies from the same director that I'm recommending. There are other films also of his, and you should definitely watch that as well. So these are some of the dark comedy movies that I have seen very recently that I would like to recommend to you guys. Obviously there are others, but I did not really talk about them because they're commercial, and I'm sure you guys must have seen it. If you like these kind of movies, let me know in the comments below so that I can work on another vlog and make a video on dark comedy movies. So yeah, thank you for joining in, and it is always fun to talk to you guys about cinema. So thank you so much for interacting with me on my community group. This is literally our channel. I am growing only because of you guys. So thank you so much, and I will see you in my next vlog. Let me know which is your favorite dark comedy movie in the comments below, or let's discuss these 3 movies in the comments below, or you can also recommend me some movies that I can watch. Thank you.